Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your first half of August reading. Not really date or time specific. I do try to bring everyone 2 readings a month, so that's why I'm first half, second half is just the easiest way to let you know when it's being posted. It is a general reading for the collective of Cancer, Sun, and Rising. May not resonate with everyone. Best advice, take what resonates, leave the rest. Or if it doesn't speak to you at all, you can check out the reading in this series that aligns with your rising sign if you're here as a Cancer Sun, or vice versa, or the readings for your counterparts Sun and rising sign if you know it. Be a cross watcher. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us here and subscribing. And for those of you beautiful Cancerians who are returning, all my big love to you. I appreciate you so very much and enjoy our continued conversations in the comments too. So also that reminds me, continued conversations. I just want to make sure you know that there is a link in the description box below the video to take you to the Priestess Lounge. That's the private Facebook group associated with this channel. It's not really a tarot group, but it's, we're all walking the path together. And so it's a very good group of like-minded people. And I started it when the pandemic began because I could really feel that a lot of people were struggling to hold on to their positivity. So if you have some, come give some. If you need some, come get some. We're over there. The link's below, and it'll take you straight there. There is one question that you need to answer. It's a checkbox, though. You don't have to type out anything. You just check the box that you resonate with, and you'll be granted immediate access. We'd love to have you. Okay, so enough announcements. I'm pulling 2 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. Feel free to flip the energies around. It's really important. Sometimes I get through a reading and somebody's like, oh, that didn't speak. I mean, I feel like I was on the other side. That's fine. So pay less attention to the labels and more attention to the storyline is always my advice. Okay. All right. Oh, interesting. We get, masculine gets card 47. 4 and 7 is 11, so that's kind of highly spiritual. And it says, go the distance. Go the distance. So there's an energy of doing what it takes, staying in the fight or the hunt or the search. Just go the distance. Feminine gets card 33. So now we have an 11 and a 33. For some of you, those numbers will be important. Chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict feels like the 5 of Wands. It's got energy about it that's destabilizing. Sometimes it's any of the 5s, really. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles are all those cards where we're in a state of change or flux. And usually we find that destabilizing and a little bit chaotic. So that might be something for the feminine to pay special attention to in meditation. We're coming up on the Lionsgate portal is open now, but the main energy is all around about August 8th. So pay attention to the energies. We just came through the beautiful full moon in Aquarius, lots of releasing. I know I had a headache for like 2 days after that. I really did. That was not fun for me. So I hope you made it through that full moon with ease and grace. I am pulling 1 card just for you beautiful Cancerians from Soul Coaching Oracle. Lovely messages for you to contemplate between readings. Wisdom. All I truly need is within me. Little hermit energy for you. All you truly need is within you. That kind of goes with the chaos and conflict and the going the distance, because the going the distance also feels like that 9 of Wands perseverance energy, right? The not giving up. And the chaos and conflict requires a lot of wisdom and just trusting your inner self to know how to manage any of those situations. Okay? So just a little peek at some oracle. And let's see what's going on in this connection. What is going on in this connection? Cancerians watching, sun and rising, or their divine counterpart cross watchers. Hierophant, Queen of Swords. So two very powerful energies. You're showing up as people. That's interesting. And feminine in the energy of the Queen of Swords. Very much a truth seeker, truth teller. That little butterfly lets you know that there's, like, some cards have roses and other cards have her hand extended. In this one, it's that butterfly. So it's almost as if saying, I come in peace. There is an element to the Queen of Swords in her highest vibration. I'm just saying her because it's a queen, where the main goal is not to tear the other person down. The main goal is to get to the crux, the heart of the matter, and to get the information that one needs, or to offer the information that the other person needs that would provide some clarity. All right. It is another card of good communication. So it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy there. We just came through the Aquarius full moon. Beautiful, beautiful Queen of Swords. Now, in a lower vibration, not so pleasant. Got it? We'll have to see when I clarify. Hierophant. It's a card of conventional commitments. It is, your beliefs, your belief systems. In the here and now, in this incarnation. What does commitment look like or mean to you? It's also about upholding the commitments that you make. So it's interesting, Taurus energy for the masculine. Sometimes it's there are challenges, right? Chaos and conflict. Sometimes there are challenges around our beliefs. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. That was in your reading last time in the extended. Queen of Cups. There's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for sure. The Sun. Beautiful. Leo energy in the Sun. Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. Now we have the Knight of Swords. Wow, this feminine is definitely on a mission for some truth and... double Leo here. Wow. Some Cancerians this might be a Leo feminine, or you might be dealing with a Leo. A lot of Leo energy in the Sun and the Strength card. But we are in Leo season 2, so that can sometimes have an impact. So what I'm seeing here on the feminine side, I'm really drawn to it. It feels as if there is some need to get to a truth very quickly, some need to get clarity around a situation, not to waste any time. This is the Knight of Swords is a victory card too. And I see the Sun in the past. So there's a lot of happiness here, and then, or a desire for it. And then in the future, there's a perseverance card. Kind of matches the go the distance, but the Strength card really, they help each other. There's like an eternal bond between these two, and it is about overcoming, having the strength and courage to overcome a very challenging situation. So there is perseverance in it. Hierophant for the masculine with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, to me, all about divine order and divine timing and things being fated, meaning fate is at the wheel. Destiny, it's part of the destiny and fate involved. And I almost feel like it came out last time, and I think in the extended it was a message. It was in the message position, if I remember, for those of you who grabbed that extended, and it got doubled down on, meaning that the Wheel of Fortune had like one or two clarifiers, and then another Wheel of Fortune came up, so almost suggesting like don't worry, this is already in process, it's already in progress even. So I'm loving that. I see it here in the present energy of the connection. In the past, 8 of Cups, some walking away from some drama, turning one's back on something that's not emotionally fulfilling. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and moving toward, that wheel's moving toward a Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but someone who's very emotionally available, who's warm-hearted and compassionate and emotionally generous. Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. I feel she's the empath of the tarot. So lots of good energy there. I'm going to start on the feminine side, right? I know I usually don't, but today I'm going to. I just feel called over here. Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here, please? Looking to, you know, have good, solid, open communication about endings and new beginnings. Aquarius and Capricorn in the world. 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is all communication. About wish fulfillment, but it can be a little bit about complacency. Remember how I talk about the 9 of Cups. Great card, happy card, but if you look at this person with his arms crossed, I mean, he's smiling big, but with his arms folded across his chest and kind of sitting there very content with himself, you know, very self-satisfied. And sometimes the energy of the 9 of Cups is almost as if to say, if this is as good as it gets, I'm okay with that. And so it sometimes translates into a, you know, can't we just leave things as they are? I'm content with things the way they are. And I almost feel like this feminine wants to talk about a reset. The endings in the World card is completion. So there is some contentment and wish fulfillment around that. But I almost feel like the new beginning the communication would be about, you know, up leveling, right? About taking the connection to the next level. That's just the energy I'm getting. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling the communication piece really strong here. And I'll take this too, and moving to calmer waters. So there's something that has been completed. There is contentment around that, wish fulfillment around that, but now talking about let's move on to calmer waters, to something more stabilizing. It is peace of mind that this feminine is seeking. That's what's driving their behavior. The Sun in the past, beautiful, happy, joyful energy. Feeling safe and protected in one's vulnerability. Knight of Wands, more Sag energy there. I feel like someone came back from the past and it really lit this feminine up. Yeah, the love of their lifetime. So I'm feeling there may have been some reunion or a return. Brought in a lot of happiness. It was something that this feminine was waiting for, patiently awaiting. Temperance. We have some powerful energy in this reading. Knight of Swords right now. Slaying beasts and demons and dragons is what you see in this picture. There's a dragon there that he's just slayed. Nine of Pentacles. Very independent. There's something here this feminine wants to talk about. Wants to get to the truth either about a Nine of Pentacles. No. It is a choice. All right, now I'm getting it. So this has come up in other readings too recently. There are a lot of counterparts are in the energy of choosing the reunion versus staying single, pretty much, right? And independent. There is a choice that needs to be made. But I feel as if this feminine is very much wanting to communicate it, about it, get to the heart of the matter very quickly. Yeah, there, underneath, King of Pentacles. really wanting to choose a life partner. King of Pentacles. I find that this is an archetype. It's an archetype of life partner, masculine archetype of life partner. Doesn't have to be a man, but you get where I'm going. It's someone who's there for you, that has your back, that you can depend upon. These are generally people who take care of business in the here and now, very much in the 3D. I'm feeling a sense of, if you look at this independent, this is Virgo, by the way, if you see this independent person who's just capable of making their own way in the world, right? They are not counting on anybody for anything, really. Very much an attractor. This is someone who's able to attract the situations, the social environments, the work environments, the financial opportunities that they desire. They struggle, however, to wait for it, attract a partner who has staying power. And I feel that that's why we have this Knight of Swords is moving very quickly now to get at that, to make sure that the divine masculine here, if I have it right, if not, you've reversed the energies by now, understands what is needed. This is Gemini here in the Lovers, but it is a card of union, yes, but it's also a card of choice. And I feel like the choices are, wanting someone that will settle down, not someone who's okay with things as they are. So it seems like a normal part of the process here in a connection. It doesn't seem like it's based on anything nefarious. Moving forward, we have the Strength card. Future facing energy is some perseverance, and it's the two of you working together, help each other push through this little bit of a challenge. And it could be a challenge where the masculine's energy is, it'll happen if it's meant to happen. And the feminine's like, no, I've got a clear picture of what I want. So persevering, having all the tools you need to manifest. Wow. There's your chaos and conflict right there for the feminine. So pushing through something that feels as if there could be some manipulation involved. This could be an outside party. So it could be someone who causes conflict and a little bit of chaos and manipulates a situation between the counterparts. But I feel as if the feminine will be manifesting the strength to persevere through something that feels kind of like it's a targeted situation. It can be gossip. It can be backstabbing. It can be gaslighting, right? It can also just be someone who's out to win at all costs, to have things their way. And to me, it's often about gaming out a system between partners, and that doesn't ever work. One more on that, sure. Ships coming in though, moving past that 5, moving past the chaos. And that 5 does feel like chaos. On the bottom though, it's going to take a little focused and sustained effort, focused attention, sustained effort to work through it. So manifesting that energy of overcoming this challenge and situation despite any obstacles, despite anything that the other person may throw up to get in the way, this feminine's like, yeah, no, I'm going to persevere. Or if there's outside interference that both parties have to deal with, you'll deal with it together is what I'm trying to say. Let's look at the masculine side. Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here, please? A lot of swords energy. Who am I talking to here? I thought I said Cancerians. I'm getting all the swords energy. It's okay. It's good. I feel like the truth of the matter is this masculine is ready to take a leap of faith. There is a readiness to leap into a more committed connection. That's how they're showing up here. There may be a little bit more information they're trying to gather before they make that leap. Yeah, look at this. Total transformation. I feel that they're feeling transformed. This is a suggestion here, if you're here as this feminine, that this masculine is in the process. It's underneath, it's outside of conscious awareness, but it's occurring right now that this masculine is beginning to shed some old ways. That's what part of the death card is. It is an energy of shedding. Something has to die off before something new can come in. That's just the cycle of life. But in a relationship context, it feels as if this masculine's belief systems around commitment are changing, that they're transforming. They're beginning to want to take that leap, that next step, that, how to level up. Or I think that's what I said earlier. Wow, check it out. Really wanting to reignite the torch of passion. Boom, the sun. So now we have the sun twice. And I feel that this is a couple that in ordinary circumstances would be very happy. And there's been some happiness and contentment with the way things are. And now I think it's the feminine that's really ready to level up. And the masculine's getting there, is really working on it. And I feel that the energy feels very balanced. It feels, I think you're more on the same page than you think you are. 8 of Cups in the past. I feel this masculine walked away from another connection or something or some energy that wasn't very emotionally satisfying. Sure. And there, answered the call of this connection, entering in this judgment card. Now we have the death card and the judgment, 2 cards of Scorpio. So first we have transformation, and then we have answering the call of the connection, second chances, some forgiveness. It's possible that this is part of a reconciliation that made this feminine happy, because there we have the Knight of Wands. So I almost feel like what I'm seeing here is this masculine walking away from something that wasn't emotionally satisfying. Could be a person, could be could be anything, could be a job, could be where they were living, could be, walking away from drama in the connection period. Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be an it's not necessarily an abandonment scenario. And answering the call of the connection feels very strong. And I almost feel like, there we go. Okay, underneath, brand new beginning. Aware of brand new beginning. Here's some concern about being friend zoned. We have the judgment, seeking forgiveness from either being a little bit emotionally detached or seeking a second chance from someone that they are being friend zoned by or who has emotionally detached a bit. So I almost feel as if I'm reading it, like I always read this masculine side first. And I flipped it around this time, and I see what's happening is because my intention is, I always go in the same flow. I'm almost getting the storyline out reversed. This actually happens first, and then this happens. So the excitement and the happiness over the return of the love of a lifetime kind of happens after this masculine seeks to walk away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling and wants the second chance here, but is concerned about rejection or feeling some emotional detachment and really wanting this brand new beginning. So just so that helps you see why I kind of stay in my zone, my lane, and do my readings the way I lay them out. But I was so drawn to this side, I couldn't help myself. So, Wheel of Fortune, everything in divine time, divine order. We do have Aquarius in that Fool. I just want to mention that. Yeah. That wheel's got to move beyond something that's toxic, something that won't let go. Being patient. See, I'm feeling one more on that. There's your Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of mirroring here. Sun, Sun, Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords. Patience and temperance. I'm getting it. I almost feel as if there's something that has a hold on, I'm going to say the masculine. It's interfering. That's why we have chaos and conflict in that oracle for the feminine. That's why the fives are showing up. I'm feeling as if what this masculine has chosen to walk away from kind of still has a grip, and the wheel can't really move. I almost feel like the masculine's energy around the connection is disconnection. Is I know it's fated. I know it's destiny, but there's something that's got a grip that isn't, it doesn't have to necessarily be toxic, but it's persistent in it's like an unmovable object, because it's so dug in. It can be stubbornness. It can be someone who isn't getting the memo that this person has moved on. It could be a third party person. It can be the devil, though, doesn't have to be a person. It can be anything. It can be this pandemic we're in, something that won't let things move forward in divine time. So there's that stuck energy, whatever it means to you and your connection. It's got its claws dug in. And then we've got the patience card. But the seeds have been planted. This fated connection will move forward in divine time, but there's almost as if to say, we got this. Like, it's already in progress. It's gonna grow organically. And then we get the Knight of Swords. So I'm feeling a return of that. And as soon as it does, we're off to the races. We will be victorious. There's just some truth around that I think is coming through for both of you at the same time. Queen of Cups in the future. Page of Wands. There's more chaos and conflict. One more on that. The Tower. And the Fear and the Queen of Swords. So for the masculine in the future, see, now isn't it interesting? Just so you can see how mirrored this is. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to bring this down here so you can kind of see. We have Queen of Cups for the masculine, Strength for the feminine. I feel this Queen of Cups is the feminine. And I feel the Strength card here is the two of you. Then we have a Page of Wands. There's a little message here. It's light, it's flirtatious. I know the Page of Wands gets a bad rep, but it's almost as if to kind of float a little trial balloon, to keep the passion alive. And the feminine comes through here with the Magician. Yeah, we have all the tools we need. We have all the tools we need to do what? And we've got, there's your chaos and conflict. There it is. Those two fives in the same exact spot in the future part of the reading. So I'm really getting that energy around it being someone else, it being an outside source of conflict, not between the two of you. That devil energy represents this entity, whatever it is, that's kind of blocking the connection from moving forward. Then we get the Tower. So what comes down is whatever is not stable here or in this masculine's experience in the connection, meaning that conflict is creating instability. It gets moved out of the way because you are both manifesting it. That's when your ships can come in. There is some fear around it, though. It's very triggering. And for the masculine, there's some fear with regard to this Queen of Swords. Will this Queen of Swords cut me out? Will I, am I going to be almost like collateral damage here? Will they listen? Will they trust? Will we communicate? Fears around that. And the feminine's response is, yeah, well, we're going to have to do some work here. This is going to take some time, some sustained effort and focus, singular focus. So I'm feeling very good about it. I can kind of see how aligned you are, how you're going through the situation at the same time. A lot of the readings I've been doing lately, it's been like the timing's been off, but here I think it's all perfectly timed. Beautiful Cancerians if this is speaking to you, what I want to do now is pull 3 more cards just for the 2 of you and look at you more closely as a couple instead of your separate experiences. And then I'm going to pull cards for your messages to one another, your energetic, like what are you not saying but trying to communicate. Also a card just for the Cancerians watching, from their higher self, spirit of the universe, and then the outcome card. Timing I'm not going to panic about because we already have the Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Pentacles here are timing cards, but you know, we can get a peek at what might roll out in the future. We've got a little bit of an idea here, but what can you expect going forward and in what time frame, if that's a factor. Okay, so wonderful seeing you. Thank you for joining me. The link to the extended is right below this video in the drop down box, the description box. It's in the first line or two. So I'll see you there in a second or in a future reading. Take care. Bye, Cancer.